Welcome to the channel, everybody. God bless America, and God bless all of you patriots. What I'm going to talk about today is the machine that the liberals have going on that brainwashes kids and adults alike. How it manipulates information where you can only get the information they want you to get. A lot of people do not know that this is going on, but this is going on constantly in schools, social media, news, all over the place. And if we don't fight back against this, it's just going to get worse. And more people will be indoctrinated with propaganda, half-truths, and lies. Let's start with the education system. Our children are being taught lies and being taught to hate America. The education system is ran by the liberals. 95% of all teachers and professors are Democratic liberals. Therefore, their point of view and their message and their truths are getting through, not the facts. What's getting through to our children are what they want our children to believe. I'm sure some of you know somebody that has children that come home from school or college and literally hate their family for what they believe. Why is that? Is that all of a sudden because those children have an epiphany? Like, oh, everything that I grew up on and everything my parents and grandparents believe are not true and are lies? Or is it because this is what they're being taught in schools and indoctrinated? And they're taught if you don't follow along, you're an outcast. You don't belong. Let me ask you this, people. There are history months for every race except for the white race. Why is that? Is that not discrimination? Think about it for a second. We've all been taught it's wrong to discriminate. But every day, the white race is being discriminated against. Think about all the commercials you're seeing on television. How many of these companies are praising all kinds of races except for the white race? Do your white children ever get to come home and talk to you about how they celebrate white history? Do they ever get to come home and say how proud they are to be white? How proud they were at school and all the accomplishments they were taught about white people? Do they? No, they don't, do they? And then you wonder why your kids come home with purple hair and pierced all over the place and tattooed on their faces. You know why? Because they're trying desperately to be noticed. Because society is basically taking a big dump on them and telling them they're not important. Every other race is important, but we're not important. And no, it's not the same when you're just learning about the country's history instead of singling out a race like you do for basically every other race. So your white children don't get to feel special at school, and you wonder why they're hooked on Oxycontins and pills and they're committing suicide. You wonder why? That's why. Because they're taught in schools that they aren't as good, that they're second class, that they have no greatness. They're never taught about their greatness. They're only taught about their shortcomings and their downfalls and how terrible the white race is. Next time you see a commercial from, say, McDonald's or AT&T or ESPN or several other ones that are celebrating all these other races, ask yourself, well, when are they going to celebrate my race if you're a white person? They are dividing America with this. Now, in my opinion, they need to celebrate all races or none. Or none. And yeah, some people will be out there like, well, we live white history every day. Well, you know why? This because America is a vastly majority white country. 60 to 65% white. Just like if you went to Japan, it would be a vastly Asian majority country. Or if you go to Kenya, it would be a vastly African black country. Majority. That's just the way it works. But here in America, we're supposed to feel bad because white people are the majority. Like, how long are you guys going to put up with this before you stand up, patriots, and say enough is enough? These companies that you see doing this, that you see running these commercials on TV, celebrating all these other races, stop supporting them. Stop taking your ass to McDonald's. Stop using AT&T. Stop watching ESPN. Stop it. Unless you just want it to get worse. I mean, my God. Wake the hell up, people. Why does it take me to have you guys realize this? Now, I understand some of you guys are too busy to really realize and comprehend what's going on in the world. You're too busy with your families and all this. But believe me, this is what's happening in the country. Next time you see one of those commercials come on, ask yourself, wow, the Patriot Truth Teller was right. He's breaking it down completely right. So, you have to fight back. You can't sit back and do nothing. You can't sit back and do nothing. You can't sit back and do nothing. There, I said it 3 times. Did it get through to you? You have to fight back. You have to call these companies and say, you know what? You are not getting my support or my money anymore until you change discrimination. Like, you talk about how you want everybody to be equal. Well, it's not equal. When they celebrate every other race but yours, or only celebrate one race and leave out all the other races, how is that equal? That's just plain discrimination, people. Wake the hell up. Wake the hell up. Wake the hell up. Stand up, patriots. Stand up, patriots. Stand up, patriots. How much more do I have to tell you guys? You want me to keep going? I can keep going. I can keep going if you want me to. Basically, all the social media platforms are liberal cesspools. Take AOL, for example. You ever see news stories on AOL where they show the pictures? You know how they show the pictures on the news stories? Anytime it's a conservative, believe me, the picture is unflattering. And vice versa for Democrats. Anytime you see a picture of the Democrats, they're always flattering. That's on purpose, people. Wake the hell up. Wake the hell up. Wake the hell up. They're doing that on purpose because that's how they control people with messages, subliminally. Like, oh, look, all the people that are conservatives, oh, look, they're nasty. Oh, look how they look. They look funny. They're fat. They're this. They're ugly. Oh, but look all the Democrats. They're amazing looking. Look at this. Another thing. All the AOL news stories. When you look in the comments, they block all the conservative opinions. Anything that says one little bad thing about Democrats gets blocked, and that person gets blocked and cannot comment anymore. Meanwhile, they let Democrats talk all they want about conservatives or independents and basically call them every name in the book and never get blocked. Wake the hell up, people. Wake the hell up, people. Wake the hell up, people. Let's get on to Facebook. Facebook, you ever see their fact checkers? Have you ever seen them fact check a Democratic point of view? I'll wait. Go look. Go try to find one. They don't. There are none. But believe me, if you say something that goes against the liberal groupthink routine, then believe me, you're going to be blocked. Or you're going to have a fact checker tell you that you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. So everybody that sees that believes that you're wrong when you're not. Also, if you ever notice comments on a Facebook post, all the comments that go against liberalism or Democrats, they don't show them. You know, they'll show like one comment or 2 comments or 3 comments that are there, but they're hidden. If you click on it, you can see it, but they'll have comments there that you can read in the open that go along with what they believe. Stand up, patriots. Stand up, patriots. Stand up, patriots. Fight for your country. Stop being apathetic. Stop being pathetic. Stop being lazy. I know you have your families to worry about and your jobs to worry about and all of that stuff, but believe me, if there's no country, then you will have none of that. Do you want your country to go down the toilet the way it is? Do you still want that to happen? Wake the hell up, people. Wake the hell up, people. Wake the hell up, people. Another thing, ESPN was running a commercial saying, Black History Month isn't enough. We're going to celebrate black greatness all year long. Okay, what about celebrating all the other races? Or is it just black people that you have to celebrate? And I have plenty of black friends that agree with me, Patriots. They're tired of being treated like a special cousin. You know, the one you have to have like a wheelchair ramp for, and a special eating utensils at dinner time. They don't want to be felt like that. They don't want to be patronized anymore. And that's exactly what's going on with that. Every time you see a commercial like that, it's because they think that they need to have special treatment. Another thing, the NCAA just lowered admission standards, or they're trying to, for racial equality. What? So basically they're saying, oh, this race can't keep up, so we have to lower and dumb things down for them so they can keep up with everybody. I mean, are you out of your mind? Who in the world would agree with that? Who would agree in the world isn't smart enough to realize what they're saying right there? They're saying, oh, this race isn't smart enough, so we have to dumb things down for them so they can keep up. Wake the hell up, people. Wake the hell up, people. Wake the hell up, people. Even the search engines, Google, they decide what information you're going to get. Do you not realize that? Do you not realize that? Literally, if it goes against what they believe, it's hidden on the 10th or 11th or 20th page in search. The only thing that pops up is what they want you to know and what they want you to believe. If you don't believe me, do a search on a topic that the liberals don't agree with. See what kind of information you get. See what kind of information you get. It's only going to be their point of view. That is harming the country. That is like 1930s Germany. Wake the hell up, people. Wake the hell up, people. Wake the hell up. It's time to do something. You have to fight back. You can't let this keep continuing to happen. It's happening all over the place. Hell, even AT&T right now is running a campaign about Dream in Black or something like that. I mean, really? What about dreaming in Asian, or dreaming in Hispanic, or dreaming in white, or dreaming about all of us? Why are you singling out black people? Like, once again, do you think that they're special? Like, they're special needs or something? Like, oh, they can't make it on their own. We have to celebrate them. Or, oh my God, the world's going to end. I mean, how much discrimination are you guys going to put up with? Literally. And for those of you that just sit back and put up with it, well, actually, for you that sit back and know that it's going on and don't do anything about it, you are pathetic. You are one of the reasons why America is in the shape it is now. Because you're afraid to stand up. Stand the hell up. Fight for your country. This channel loves every race. This channel loves every gender, male and female. There are only two genders. Sorry to burst your bubble out there, but there's only men and women. This channel has no bias against any of that. This channel loves every race. Every race that loves America, we love them too. And believe me, there are plenty of white people that love America, plenty of Asian people that love America, plenty of Middle Eastern people that love America, plenty Hispanics that love America, plenty black people that love America. So this channel has nothing against any race. This channel has everything against the discrimination and the special treatment over others. Stand up, Patriots. Stand up, Patriots. Stand the hell up, Patriots. And for you guys that are just sitting back and doing nothing, stop it. Stop being so apathetic and pathetic. You are literally pathetic that you have let this country get into the shape that it is in. No one's calling for violence. No one's calling for any of that. We're already divided enough. We don't need any of that. But we have to fight back against what's going on. The liberals in this country are tearing us apart. With class warfare, with race warfare, with whatever you want to call it. They use everything that they can to try to tear us apart and try to make people hate America. Our children are being indoctrinated in schools to hate America. The other day, we were talking about Columbus Day, and my niece that goes to a prestigious university says Columbus was one of the worst people in the history of the planet. I had to set her straight. I can't help it. I had to set her straight. She didn't like what I had to say, but believe me, I set her straight with facts. With facts. See, that's another thing. They only want to talk about what happened in America, but they don't. When you bring up what happened around the whole world during that time period, oh, well, I don't really care about that. Only America is bad. Guess what? Like, all of South America, all of Central America, all of the Caribbeans happened to them too. It wasn't just here in America now, was it? But when you bring that up, they don't want to talk about it. Because they're indoctrinated with groupthink to hate America. Wake the hell up, people. Wake the hell up, people. Wake the hell up, people. Coming out with commercials lately about, let's celebrate black greatness. Let's celebrate. Okay, well, what about Asian greatness? Or Hispanic greatness? Or, God forbid, white greatness? And believe me, there's enough white greatness out there to celebrate. Just like Asian, and just like Hispanic, and Middle Eastern, and everybody else. But why is it only the black race that they're choosing to do this for? Once again, is it because they think that they're not good enough? That they don't feel good enough about themselves? That they feel terrible? That they're like our special cousin? Wake the hell up, people. Wake the hell up, people. Wake the hell up. Until we fight back against this, it's going to continue and continue and continue. Our country is worth fighting for. It's the greatest country in the history of the world. Stand up, patriots. Stand up, patriots. Stand up, patriots. It's time. Once again, anytime you see one of these companies running a commercial celebrating another race over all the other races, or leaving a race out, especially the majority race, wake the hell up, people. Wake the hell up, people. Wake the hell up, people. I mean, good Lord, it's time to wake up, stand up, and take the country back. Literally, there's 5 to 10% people that complain to these companies about anything, the fake woke crowd, 5% or 10%, and they control everything. They're making decisions for all of us because you are too apathetic or lazy or too busy with your lives to care. And then one day you're going to wake up and there's not going to be a country for us anymore. It's going to be a socialistic cesspool. Stand up, patriots. Stand up, patriots. Stand up, patriots. You notice how on January 6th, when those supporters of Donald Trump stormed the Capitol building, how they're all terrorists, they're all terrorists, they're all terrorists. But the whole summer before that, BLM and Antifa was burning down cities. Literally burning down cities, storming federal buildings, shutting down cities and taking over. Not one peep. Not one peep. Not one peep. Nothing wrong with those people. Oh no, they can do whatever they want. They can burn, they can loot, they can riot all summer long. But oh, God forbid, the conservatives do one day on January 6th, and oh, the whole world is ending. We have to prosecute every single one of them. Wake the hell up, people, before it's too late. It's not too late, but you have to fight back. You have to call these companies that are doing this, these schools that are doing this, and fight back, saying, you will not get my support. You will not get my money. We will boycott you. There are way more us than there are those 5 or 10% liberals that are trying to control everybody by their strong arm tactics, how they control these companies. If you guys stand the hell up and wake the hell up, you can take the country back. It's time, people. It's time, people. It's time, people. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.